In the quiet village of Omuke, education was both a privilege and a mystery. The village school, a modest building surrounded by vast farmlands and thick bushes, stood as a beacon of hope for many children. It was here that Adaobi, a bright but naive 16-year-old, met Mr. Eze, the charming village school teacher. Mr. Eze was not just a teacher, he was a savior to many families. He often visited homes to encourage parents to send their children to school, promising a brighter future. His deep voice, warm smile, and polished manners made him the darling of Omuke. But behind his polished exterior lay secrets that would shake the village to its core. Every day after school, Mr. Eze would take different routes to patrol the school's surroundings. These hidden paths, winding through thick bushes and palm trees, became his escape from prying eyes. It was whispered among the villagers that he was strict with his female students, often calling them for extra lessons in the staff room or under the mango tree behind the school. First it was Mabel who he took into his arms one day inside the staff room when everyone has gone home. She was scared, but when he promised her good grades she relaxed her mind and he had his way with her, and promised her other better things ahead. Then later it was N.W. Amaka, the health prefect. He asked her to wait behind the mango tree. After he had finished teaching her for a few minutes, he sat close to her and kissed her neck. N.W. Amaka, who has long been lusting over Mr. Eze, saw it as an opportunity for her to enjoy herself with him. He had his way with some of the spoiled girls and deceived some of them into accepting his wants. One of the girls was Adaobi. Adaobi, with her innocent curiosity, was one of his favorite students. She loved learning, and her questions during lessons made her stand out. Mr. Eze began paying her special attention, praising her in class and giving her books from his personal collection. One evening, after dismissing the other students, Mr. Eze asked Adaobi to stay back. He claimed he wanted to discuss her future and how she could excel. Flattered by the attention, Adaobi stayed, unaware of the storm brewing. "Your intelligence amazes me," he said, his eyes locking with hers. "You're special, Adaobi. You can achieve great things if you remain focused." Flattered and shy, Adaobi thanked him. Over the weeks, these private sessions became frequent. Mr. Eze would take her to a hidden route behind the school, saying it was quieter and better for learning. He spoke of dreams and ambitions, weaving a web of trust around the unsuspecting girl. One fateful day, under the shade of an abandoned hut along the bush path, Mr. Eze crossed the line. He assured Adaobi that what they shared was a special bond that no one else would understand. Confused but trusting, Adaobi fell into his trap, and he finally got what he wanted from her. The weeks that followed were a mix of guilt, confusion, and silence. Adaobi's once bright demeanor dimmed, and her grades began to slip. Her friends noticed the change, but she brushed off their concerns. Mr. Eze began to avoid her, always take other students for lessons except Adaobi, while he keeps searching for new praise. Months passed, and Adaobi began to feel strange. Morning sickness, fatigue, and an unusual appetite made her mother suspect something was wrong. When the village nurse confirmed her pregnancy, Adaobi's world crumbled. The news spread like wildfire. "Pregnant? For who?" her father bellowed, his voice shaking the walls of their mud house. Adaobi, trembling with fear, finally confessed, "It's Mr. Eze, my teacher." The revelation stunned the village. Parents stormed the school, demanding answers. The headmaster, a stern man with a low tolerance for scandal, summoned Mr. Eze, but the teacher, ever the smooth talker, denied the accusations, claiming Adaobi was lying to cover up for someone else. The elders called for a meeting under the village tree. Women wailed, men cursed, and Adaobi's family faced shame. But Adaobi, in her youthful innocence, refused to let the truth be buried. She stood before the council and recounted every detail, from the hidden roots to the promises of love. Her courage sparked something in the other girls. One by one, they came forward, sharing similar stories of manipulation, molest, and deceit. It became clear that Mr. Eze had used his position of power to exploit many. Banished from the village, Mr. Eze's disgrace was a warning to others. Adaobi, despite the shame and pain, found strength in her family and the support of the community. She returned to school, determined to rewrite her story. Years later, as an adult, Adaobi became a teacher herself, ensuring that no child would endure what she did. Her journey became an inspiration, proving that even in the darkest times, there's hope for a brighter future. 2 years later, she married the son of the king who was based abroad. He accepted Adaobi's child as his own. After marriage, they relocated to the city, where Adaobi took more professional courses and later became a renowned professor, while Mr. Eze, who was banished, still lived in abject poverty.